Hi there, I am your host, Mr. Devin Shotsky, or Miss for short, and welcome to Famous Interviews with Famous People. Now today, we're going to interview the wonderful, the fabulous Homer. Welcome, Homer.
Zeus! Oh great Zeus, is that you? Zeus, I did what you said.
No, silly, it's me, Devin Shotsky. Remember, when you're doing an interview? Come on, Homer. Do these look like the abs of a god?
Oh yes.
Now, Homer, when people say your name, they think of that round, fat, funny man, Homer Simpson. Why do you think they think of him and not you?
I think it's because Homer Simpson is a great prophet of our time, spreading the word and telling great stories that never end. Just like that movie, the one with the thing that flied. I was told about it. I think it was a dragon and the little Indian boy. I've always had a fondness for little Indian children.
That's a wonderful answer. Fabulous. But you told great stories too.
But I told legendary stories. But you know, they're all true. Zeus, you told me to write them. You brought me up to the heavens, to Mount Olympus herself, and I was so surprised though that it had a third floor and a thatched roof. Then you sat me down, and you told me the great stories of the Trojan War and the Odyssey, and you told me to write them all down and retell them. Don't you remember, Zeus? You were there.
Homer, thank you for thinking of me as a god, but I'm not. Remember, it's me, Devin Shotsky.
I know you go by many different names, Zeus. When you were telling me the great stories of Troy, someone called you Hieropotam.
No, Homer, silly. I'm serious. I'm not Zeus.
Why do you want to do an interview with me, Zeus? You told me what to write. But you told me the stories, Zeus. You told me to write them all down and retell them so that generations that come could know the glory of Mount Olympus.
Okay, now, Homer. You know how to read and write. Does that mean you weren't always blind?
No, I could see as a young boy, and I lost my sight in a terrible accident.
What happened, poor baby?
I saw my mother making love to a traveling minstrel, and that was the last time I ever saw anything.
Now that's tragic. Absolutely tragic. Like wearing a white dress after leave. Now, as a young boy, where did you grow up?
I grew up on the island of Caspiar, in the Caspian Sea.
I've never heard of that island before, but if it's anything like Fire Island, it must be fun.
No, it sank shortly after I left. I did always have a timing for real estate.
That's terrible. Tragic. How did that make you feel?
I don't understand why you let it sink, Zeus. The way that was my home, you let it sink to the bottom of the ocean, destroying everything. Oh, why, great and powerful Zeus, why? Zeus, why would you let that happen? First you took away my sight. Then you let my home sink to the bottom of the ocean, drowning everyone on it, including my poor mother and the traveling minstrel who still lived with us and crashed on our couch. He always said he was looking for work, but I never believed him. All he'd do all day was lay around the house and drink and tell stories about his days of wandering the countryside, playing music, and how he had all these groupies.
I told you a million times, you silly goose. I'm not Zeus. I'm Devin Shotsky. Remember, you're on my show.
Why, Zeus, why do you do these things?
Okay, now Homer. You said you went to school in Athens. What was that like?
Zeus, oh Zeus, why? Now you've made me fall, Zeus. Why do you do these things to me? I have wrote the stories you've told me, and I've endured the struggle struggles of being blind and losing everyone I love. And now you make me fall and hurt my knee. Why, Zeus? Why?
Thank you, oh thank you very much for coming over. You've been a wonderful and fabulous guest.